Hello, Michael here, looking at Psalms 98 for our devotion today. A psalm which may be subtitled, Make a Joyful Noise to the Lord. And we're focusing on verse 6 and 7 for the exposition. Let's go ahead and read those two verses. Verse 6. With trumpets and sounds of cornet, make a joyful noise before the Lord, the King. Verse 7. Let the sea roar, and the fulness thereof, the world, and they that dwell therein. And as we turn to the treasure of David for the exposition, let's go ahead and read verse 6 again. With trumpets and sounds of cornet, make a joyful noise before the Lord, the King. So we turn to the treasure of David, and Spurgeon exposits. With trumpets and sound of cornet, make a joyful noise. God's worship should be heartily loud. The far-resounding trump and horn well symbolize the power which should be put forth in praise. Before the Lord the King, on coronation days, and when beloved monarchs ride abroad, the people shout and the trumpets sound, till the walls ring again. Shall men be more enthusiastic for their earthly princes than for the divine King? Is there no loyalty left among the subjects of the blessed and only potentate? King Jehovah is his name, and there is none like him. Have we no joyful noise for him? Let but the reigning power of Jesus be felt in the soul, and we shall cast aside that chill mutter, drowned by the pealing organ, which is now so commonly the substitute for earnest congregational singing. Say, if your hearts are tuned to sing, is there a subject greater? Harmony all its strain may bring, but Jesus' name is sweeter. Who of his love doth once partake, he evermore rejoices. Melody in our hearts we make, melody with our voices. So we look to verse 7 that reads, Let the sea roar and the fulness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Spurgeon exposits. Let the sea roar and the fulness thereof. Even its thunders will not be too grand for such a theme. Handel, in some of his sublime choruses, would have been glad of its aid to express his lofty conceptions, and assuredly the inspired psalmist did well to call in such infinite uproar. The sea is his. Let it praise its maker. Within and upon its bosom it bears a wealth of goodness. Why should it be denied a place in the orchestra of nature? Its deep bass will excellently suit the mystery of the divine glory. The world and they that dwell therein. The land should be in harmony with the ocean. Its mountains and plains, cities and villages should prolong the voice of jubilee, which welcomes the Lord of all. Nothing can be more sublime than this verse. The muses of Parnassus cannot revile the muse of Zion. The Castellan fount never sparkled like that fount of every blessing, to which sacred bands are wont to ascribe their inspiration. Yet no song is equal to the majesty of the theme when Jehovah the King is to be extolled. Trust you enjoy the meditation, Psalms 98, exposition in verse 6 and 7. Michael here declaring yet again, Jesus is Lord. Until next time, be